Hello, I'm Mary V. Today, let's talk about why we need a flexible bowhold. So if we take ordinary détaché and have a look at the bow hand, you can see a lot of movement in the bowhold. So let's play off the string and have a look at the bowhold. So what's the difference between the playing on and playing off when it comes to the bowhold? Actually, there is no difference. The bowhold is designed to be able to play any stroke that you want on the string, off the string, ricochet, or 4 notes to a bow, a down bow. So there's all kinds of bowings that we need to do at an instant, and we can't sort of really change the bowhold, and it shouldn't be necessary. The only difference between playing on the string and off the string is to create a tiny little semicircular movement of the string, like this. But really the bow is incredibly close to the string, so it's a tiny little thing. So how do we get a bowhold like that? Let's have a look with something very light like a pencil. And the first thing is, don't put your fingers too far apart because it will just not enable you to be flexible. So just natural fingers with the pinky on top, and the first finger, really, I would recommend curling it around the bow like this, like that. Curl it around. The thumb, I put my thumb just inside the second finger there. That's where it's most comfortable for me, and I always keep my thumb bent. So once you've got a nice position, then take the other side of the pencil and start exaggerating the movement of flexibility. Start trying to move your fingers backwards and forwards like that. Up, down, and get your wrist involved as well, and give yourself the feeling. You can close your eyes to do it even more. If you find it very difficult to get your fingers moving, try just putting them very close together, even touching like that, and see if you can get some movement in your fingers, and then put your pinky on top and try and get some movement going. It might take you a while, but it's the absolute key to everything, because the flexibility, especially in the pinky, and the relationship between the fourth finger and the first finger is quite crucial. Because when you play more loudly, you might find that you're extending your first finger to put pressure down. And really, if you hold the bow sort of more or less at the second, or quite close to the second knuckle there, this is the first one, and there's the second one. And if you hold the bow somewhere in that region, then you'll find that your first finger is left very flexible, and you're able to engage this knuckle as well. So try doing that and see if you can get that knuckle to sort of depress in and then come out again. That's great if you can do that. And use your other hand to kind of move the thing along and see if you can get the movement. And just to show the movement of the wrist, it sort of sways the hand like that. So it's a really side-to-side movement of the hand like that. And as the bowing goes down, the fingers go down, and as the bowing goes up, the fingers go up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So that flexibility gives you the chance to play on the string and off the string without changing your hand. But what you do use is flexibility. And the key to it is really the first finger. But the other thing we're doing is obviously trying to let the bow doing most of the work. So according to the dynamic and the speed of the notes that you're playing, the bounce point of the bow will be in various little different places. Or did you notice that when I was playing off the string a little more slowly, the bounce point moved up a little bit? So that's something I just know from practice, and it's something that you have to discover. So you can do lots of exercises at different speeds. I think that's the key to it. The thing is to be able to cross the strings evenly. That's the thing you need to look out for. So there's lots of simple things you can do, learning to control the string crossings and make it nice and even. So it takes quite a bit of practice to get all this under control. But the thing is not to lift the bow too high off the string either. Keep it close to the string, and then you'll find you'll be able to get more control. If you're doing a lot of up and down movement, I think you still need to think of playing off the string as up bows and down bows rather than a perpendicular movement like this. It's not an up and down movement, it's a up bow and a down bow. So trying to play on and off and mixing them up is really the best way. And when you're doing string crossings, you need to make sure that your elbow is moving speedily so that it's not being left behind, so that you're ready to go on to the next string like this. When you're playing off the string, try to get the bow to do most of the work so that you can relax your hand quite a lot. Okay, so you're doing this and try to have the joy of the bow walking on the violin really and doing a lot of the work. It's actually lovely. You're not creating every single stroke. It becomes easy to relax and just guide the bow onto the different strings, but you eventually learn how to get the bow to do the work. So I hope you get on well with your practice, and I'll say bye-bye for now. Bye.